If you're gaming at 1440p on an RTX 3080, don't upgrade yet. And if you're looking to upgrade from a 10 or 20 series or an older AMD card, an RTX 3080 might be right up your alley. Howdy gamers, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andrew. Today we're going to be taking a look at the RTX 3080 10GB, specifically the MSI Gaming Z Trio at 1440p. I'm expecting this card to do really well at 1440p resolution, including with some ray trace settings. If you like the content here on the channel, remember to like and subscribe. It really helps the channel out, and I appreciate it so much. Anyway, I don't want to waste too much time. Let's just get right into it. One thing I want to do is just show this new Nvidia app. It is pretty snappy compared to the control panel and the GeForce experience. You don't have to log in, so that's nice. That was always just a pain. And here we can see my PC specs here. We've got our RTX 3080. We are on the drivers that just released here in the last couple days, 551.61. And we've got the i7 13700K and 64 gigabytes of DDR5. All right, let's see if we can actually get in a game here. I've had no luck at all. We're gonna check out our options real quick. Let's go in here. We're gonna go down to 1440p. Let's stick it native and just see how that goes for us. And I suppose let's just go to ultra, and if we gotta move down from there, we will. I have a feeling we're gonna be doing okay. And yeah, I think we are gonna be doing okay. Let's see if we can get in like an actual game. That would be really amazing. It'd be the first time on the channel that we would be able to find some people, and I think we are going to be able to for once. So once again, we are at 1440p native, and we are at the ultra graphics preset. We're looking really good. We're at 100 FPS at 1440. 3080, man. I did a video of the 3080 at 4K, and it's really not. It's certainly not anymore a 4K card, as it may have been in the past. But it sure as heck is a 1440p card. I really like the 3080. I really think this is a great card. Oh, yeah. Hey guys, come on now. Man, this is a great experience. Let's see if we can get a little bit more out of this by going to the ultra quality mode. And then maybe we can get that nice high refresh rate experience a little bit higher at least. And yeah, and it, you know, the visual quality, I feel like it did take a bit of a hit there. But now we're up around 100 frames per second, and we love to see that. Oh, bugs. Oh, crap. Oh, hell, what the heck? Whoa, man. What the heck? Killed by impact. Oh, nice. He did good. Come on, reinforce me, bud. Oh, wait, they got me. Nice. I love that. I had a teammate that really was not helpful as far as the reinforcements go. Oh yeah, just very satisfying gameplay here. And let's drop down just one more level as far as the render scaling goes, because quality is usually a good option at 1440. And boy, it really does, it seems like in this game, it does take a bit of a visual hit, doesn't it? And I would say with the quality render scaling at 1440p, it doesn't look the best to me, but it looks good enough. It looks good enough. Especially with all that extra performance. Because yeah, we're up over 100. But yeah, very solid up over 100 FPS with the 3080. Once again, this is 1440p Ultra with quality upscaling, which I think is a fine A fine way to play if you like that higher FPS experience, up over 100 frames per second. That's really good. We got a dang bug breach. Let's go. I mean, yeah, I would definitely play like this. This is excellent at 1440. Come on, you guys. Oh, what? What? Dude. What? We have a perfectly solid frame time graph here, which is great. Oh, here we go. I never saw this gun before, since I'm such a noob. Let's go. Oh, man. Oh, you love to see that. Let's get the heck out of here. Yeah. Screw you, man. Screw you. Yes. Oh. Go. Get in here, bro. Dude. Yeah, let's go. All right, that was fun. That was great at 1440 Ultra with quality upscaling, quality render scaling. That was great. That was a great experience. The RTX 3080 is such a champ. It's such an amazing champ at 1440. So let's go ahead and get on to the next one then. All right, so Red Dead Redemption 2, let's just get our settings in order here. I think we're at too high of a resolution. Yep, we're gonna go to 1440. And let's take a look at the rest of these settings. We're gonna turn off VSync, obviously. And sadly, it forgot my settings from the 7900 XTX video, but that's okay. Let's just crank this. Let's crank this up all the way to the right, and then we won't do DLSS yet. Let's unlock this. And we can leave that the way it is, but let's just put the water physics to halfway. This is like ultra. This is basically just the favor quality all the way over to the right. And let's just see how that ends up working for us here. The 7900 XTX dominated this game. Like, it really dominated this game. So I'm not really expecting that to happen, but let's just see what this looks like here. And I don't love to upscale. I don't love to upscale in this game either. So we may just have to turn some settings down if we don't get like a 60 or 70 or 80 FPS experience here. And this is 1440p. Okay, yeah. I guess my concerns were a little bit overstated there, because we are looking real good. Yeah, so we're looking real good. And once again, this is 1440. This is all the settings. This is the settings preset slider all the way toward favor quality at 1440p. No upscaling at all. I have a feeling this is going to be a nice and easy one. We're basically getting the performance that the 7900 XTX got when it was at 4K need. So that tells you how strong the 7900 XTX is in this particular game. Very strong. Let's see. Let's start. I guess we got nothing to do but start trouble. So let's start trouble. Oh, man. I hate to disturb the serene town. Or do I? Not really. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. I love the Deadeye thing, man. It's such a cheaty thing. Oh. Oh, man. I forgot you could do that. Oh, come on, dude. And I also like it because it helps me not be so horrible at aiming. Okay. Let's get out of this town. This is really great. I am impressed. But I mean, it's an older game, right? But at 1440p, you're getting 100. We're averaging 100 through like a pretty decently heavy area for this game. And it just looks gorgeous. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And there's not much more you can do with this. This is 1440p all the way over, preset all the way to favorite quality. And so the game, it can't look much better than this unless you just increase resolution. So yeah, so that's that one. that one gets a 10 out of 10 recommend. So let's go on to the next one. Here we are in Cyberpunk 2077, of course. We are at 1440p, obviously, but for this one, as far as settings go, I'm going to start at the harder settings to run and move down. So we're gonna start at RT Ultra, and we're gonna go to DLSS Balanced. We're gonna use some ray reconstruction, and then we're gonna turn off a couple of these, and everything else looks good. So that's RT Ultra DLSS Balance. And the reason I'm doing this is because I want to end on the good note for this one as we go down the settings tiers. But either way, this is RT Ultra, and this is a very heavy place in the game. And we're getting over 60 FPS with RT Ultra at 1440. It is DLSS balanced, but even so, like I mean, this is impressive. And you can see our VRAM in the upper right, and how and you can see how we're getting close to that 10 gigabytes. We haven't had any issue, in my opinion, with VRAM at all. Oh yeah, love that. I didn't do it. Okay, we're gonna run. Oh, this car is about to explode. Let's see it. Let's see it explode. Explode! Yes. Oh man, dude. So once again, this is RT Ultra at 1440. It is DLSS balanced. Oh man, that was awesome. Okay, now that we've seen the RT, what I want to do is show how good of performance you can get here. We're gonna go to the high preset. Let's do that once again. The high preset, DLAA. Let's turn up the crowd density, as I believe I've shown that before. Turn off that, and then we have a bunch of high settings, high crowd density. Oh, and why did this revert? And DLAA. So let's see what this looks like. And we are in the 70s, the high 70s, at native 1440. Well, with DLAA. And let me tell you, this looks fantastic. This looks so good. This looks and plays amazing. Yeah, and we're easily in the 70s, and I always say in this game, you know, I love this selection of settings. Going to the high preset while, you know, to turn up the crowd density and play at native or with DLAA, you are just, I mean, it's a great experience. And you know, we're right up against, oh my god. We're right up against it as far as, you know, the VRAM goes, but we haven't gone over, and I haven't felt like we've had any issue with VRAM so far. And yeah, just a great experience. Over 80 FPS, and this is like a pretty brutal area for performance. Uh-oh. All right, let's see if we can. We got one more explosion. Oh man, dude. This is how I recommend. This is almost, I mean, unless you got like a 4080. Or, I mean, you know, 4070, 4080. 4070 Ti. Unless you've got one of those. Like, this is a preem way to play at high native. It just looks so crisp, and there's no, you know, regardless of how good of a graphics card you have, there isn't really anything that's going to look as crisp as the native resolution in this game, in my opinion. So okay, let's put an end to this and go to the next one. This should be an interesting one. I don't think I've shown this on the channel yet. This is Robocop Rogue City. It has to do its little compilation here to start off with. This is interesting because this is Unreal Engine 5. And I think it's one of the better implementations we've seen of that so far. So I suppose let's just start at 1440. Let's start at DLAA. I honestly don't know how this is going to go. So everything at Epic, just aberration off, motion blur off. So we're gonna see it's gonna be DLAA 1440 with all Epic settings and Lumen. So let's see, 1440 native with DLAA and all Epic settings. Now, if this really comes through and is like close to a 60 FPS experience, well, it looks like it might not be, but man, that looks so good. And it's like right up around 60. Oh, I've got a little screen glitch. Hold on. Okay, there we go. So this is like right around 60, which is pretty freaking impressive. Man, we're like right, it's amazing that we're at native and we're right around 60 frames per second. But let's well, let's just go over here and see how, oh yeah, and
hey, Robo,
we're starting to dip a little bit.
We could collect
This guy, man, he got his nose broken.
I will take care of it.
So let's see if we can just improve our performance just a little bit. Let's bring in some DLSS quality. And yeah, now we're looking good here. Now we're up at 90, 100, and the quality did not really take much of a dip at all. Are we gonna be able to fight anyone here? So it's interesting. This game is very interesting. I need to play it some more. Because it's almost like old Robocop is a bit of a detective in this game.
On second thought,
and not just blasting people.
What a douchebag.
What now? Stay in school.
Children should not skip school. It is important for them to attend every.
So yeah, the performance here is really good.
Stop
so
listening after should.
I mean, 3080. I've seen 3080s go for $400. This one that I got this for $350 or $340. This 3080. In any case, this performance is great. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh man, bro. Can I shoot people down here? Oh, dude. Oh, here we go.
it's Robocop.
Surrender your weapons.
No chance. Light him up.
Oh, here we go. Oh man. Oh. Whoops. Oh, nice. Okay. Wow, we finally got through all that, and our in the midst of this firefight, we kind of dropped into the 60s, which is kind of interesting. But we're mostly in sort of the 70s and 80s. Oh, did he blow himself up? Ooh, hello. Wow. Wow. And yeah, performance is good overall. I would say it's a little bit surprisingly inconsistent. Like we're going from the 60s into the 80s. But overall, a very playable experience. And once again, this is 1440p, epic settings, with Lumen, and DLSS quality at 1440. So that's a nice selection of settings in my opinion.
Open that door, I'll shoot you.
Have it your way.
Oh man. Oh man. Dang, it didn't have to be that way. So in any case, I think that's about gonna do it for this game. We've got one more left to cover. So let's get to it. This performs pretty great. This is Unreal Engine 5. You know, the 3080 can clearly hold its own in a variety of games, including the newest engines that weren't even around when this card came out. So you love to see that. And let's go to the last game. So our final game here today is the amazing, incomparable Alan Wake 2. We're gonna be at 1440 to start off with. And this time, let's start off at medium. And we're gonna be at 1440p DLAA. We're not gonna upscale yet. And let's start off with RT off. So medium quality preset, which still looks amazing. RT off, native resolution. Okay, yeah, and we start off right off the bat. And of course we're gonna need to get into a little bit of a better area. But man, we're in the 80s. And we're using over 9 gigs of VRAM. And this is medium. 1440p medium. We don't need to upscale yet, that's for sure. So yeah, if you're not interested in the RT, personally in this game, I think RT low is a necessity. Because I think, let's just take a look at this right here. If you look at the reflection in that silver, whatever that is right there, there's just a lot of noise in that, right? There was one other time I was able to showcase this. But yeah, there's just a lot of noise. And let's just turn on RT low.
We need to start with learning this cult's goal.
And a lot of that weird noise is gone. It's just gone. But of course, you know, now our frame rate is cut in half, basically. We're in the 40s. So yeah, now that we're at RT low, let's try to get a little bit better performance out of this. Can we drag ourselves up? And it looks like we can drag ourselves up above 60. So yeah, in here now that we turned on DLSS quality, we are up in the 70s inside here. But once we go outside, we'll really be able to see what our frame rate is going to be. Get out of my way. Yeah, dude. Thank you. I just want to get out of here. So let's see, once we get outside, let's see how much we dip down. Once again, we're at 1440p DLSS quality, which I think DLSS quality is a good looking setting for 1440p. I think it works really well. It's one of those things where I have the idea that, you know, at 1080p, you really don't want to have to use DLSS to upscale at 1080p. At 1440, then I say quality is okay, and then at 4K I say balance is okay. And depending on the implementation, at 4K you could even go to performance, and that's kind of where, those are just my house rules of DLSS. And we haven't dipped that much at all coming outside here. this will give you a good idea of the weird stuff I'm talking about when we switch between no ray tracing and low. Let's just take a look here. So we're gonna go off here. So look at this giant mat. It's like a giant mask around this. It's just a big area where they're preventing it from interacting with this object. And you can see how noisy that is as well. There's just a lot of noise in there. And once we go to RT low, it's all cleaned up. It's all cleaned up. It's so good. Now let's see, and that's why I say RT low is really a minimum it's kind of just a required setting in my opinion in this game. I mean, if you can do it, of course. But let's go to the high quality preset, and let's just see how much we dip there. And not too bad, not too bad at all. You know, maybe a few frames here and there. We're in the 60s. This is certainly playable. So 1440 DLSS quality. High preset RT low is what this is. And man, you got to be impressed with the 3080. You know, I don't know why I wouldn't be. I don't know what I was expecting. The 3080 is a very powerful GPU, but you know, you always think about the previous generations and like, oh man, it's an older card. Can it stack up? But yeah, absolutely can stack up. And it has good RT performance as well. We're up in the 60s. So let's see if we can just do a little bit more RT. We'll see if we have to, which I'm sure we will have to do more as far as, well, maybe not. I thought we would have to go up another level of DLSS, but this is 1440. This is 1440 high with medium RT, and for this game, this is pretty playable. And of course, this is a really heavy spot, and we're dipping to the 30s. So yeah, so maybe this wouldn't be that great. What happens if we go to high RT? And from the medium, because medium starts the reflection, so from there, it doesn't seem like too much of a jump to that next level. But 30s through here, 30s in this little heavy area, and then we emerge, and you know, we get up into the 50s. So that's not too bad for just being in that little area. And man, it is impressive. It's impressive. The 3080 is impressive. 10 gigabyte. What have we didn't encounter anything here that was unreasonable, that felt like it was too much for it, even with the 10 gigabytes. And I think that's like part of why you think that this card maybe isn't good enough now, is because of that 10 gigabytes, but it holds up. It surely does hold up. And let's just get some final thoughts on this here. The RTX 3080 10 gigabyte is an amazing 1440p card. And the thing about it is, it seems to be able to handle RT with good and playable frame rates. I bought this card for $340. That's less expensive than like a 4060 Ti. And it is way better. It's way better than that. And if you're interested in RT at all, you're definitely going to want to consider this over something like a 6800 XT or whatever it might be. If you can find this in that range around $400, it's really an amazing card for that price. And you know, a lot of times you got to watch out because some of these cards were used in mining operations. You know, a lot of them have been beat up a little bit, but if you're able to at least inspect the card and see what's going on with it and talk to the people, I mean, you could be able to find one for a decent price. And if you have one already, that's the other part of this. If you have one already, I don't see any need to go out and buy a 40 series card. And I doubt, if you're coming from this, I doubt you're going to be switching to AMD. but I see no reason to do any of that with this card. The 3080 stands up, it holds its own in 2024 at 1440p, whether you're ray tracing or not. It's a great card. Anyway, if you like the video, please like and subscribe. I appreciate it so much. And that's gonna do it for me in this one. So I'll see you all next time.